Imagine a world where you can't tell if the person on video is real, if a customer exists, or if a user is actually a swarm of bots. That world is already here. In this module, we'll explore how AI is rewriting identity risk and what that means for how we verify and trust people online. Digital identity has never interacted with our real selves directly. It works through proxies, documents, biometrics, passwords, behavior. When those signals are hard to fake, we trust them. AI changes that. It can now generate convincing IDs, voices, and even behavior patterns. The growing gap between the real person and their digital signals is what we call the authenticity gap. AI-driven identity threats cluster into three patterns. Deepfakes hijack existing identities using synthetic media, so an attacker doesn't need your password if they can convincingly appear to be you. Synthetic identities blend real and fake data to fabricate entirely new personas that slip through onboarding checks. And autonomous bots operate at system scale, emulating human behavior to overwhelm defenses. Together, they move fraud from one-off exploits to continuous automated identity fabrication. Deepfakes and synthetic media attack our basic assumption that, if I see or hear it, it's real. With just a few seconds of recorded audio, an attacker can clone a voice, feed it through an AI system, and convincingly impersonate someone. That's powerful enough to fool voice-based bank verification or internal help desks. For identity systems, it means older, human-like checks are no longer trustworthy on their own. Deepfakes don't just enable a single impersonation. They trigger a cascade of harms. An attacker first convinces others they are someone else, breaching an account or relationship. That opens the door to financial fraud and KYC bypass, where money moves or accounts are opened under false identities. From there, attackers can drive broader social engineering and coercion. The real danger is the liar's dividend. Once fakes are plausible, genuine audio or video can be dismissed as fake, eroding trust across the board. Synthetic identities are built like products. Attackers start with a real data fragment, such as a leaked social security number. They then generate a plausible face, plus a rich backstory and social footprint written by language models. A blending engine stitches this into a consistent, data-complete persona that can survive automated checks. The result isn't a stolen identity. It's a newly grown one that slowly gains credit, reputation, and access until it's cashed out at scale. Synthetic identity fraud is a slow burn followed by a sharp explosion. For months or even years, the fake persona behaves perfectly. Small purchases, on-time payments, realistic social activity. Every good interaction raises trust and credit limits. AI lets criminals manage thousands of these personas in parallel, staying consistent and patient. Then comes the bust out, a rapid spike of high-value transactions across accounts, draining as much as possible before every identity disappears. Most identity systems still assume one account equals one human acting sequentially. AI agents break that assumption. A single operator can spin up thousands of bots, all logged in and all acting in parallel across APIs and interfaces. That turns normal user flows into machine-scale swarms, coordinated clicks, form fills, and transactions that look individually harmless but collectively overwhelm systems. Designing for the future means treating sessions as potentially automated fleets, not just people. Modern bots don't just click really fast anymore. They study how real people behave online, then deliberately copy our imperfections. They inject pauses into typing, overshoot buttons with the mouse, wander a bit in navigation, and even mimic normal session lengths and drop-offs. From a distance, the pattern looks human enough to slip past CAPTCHAs and behavioral analytics. This is why identity defenses increasingly need richer, layered signals, not just a simple bot or not check. Knowledge-based verification was built on a simple assumption. Attackers can't know your personal trivia. In the AI and open data era, that assumption breaks. Breach dumps, social media, OSINT tools, and large language models make it trivial to discover secret answers. If your defense is mother's maiden name or first car, you should assume attackers already know it. Documents used to be our comfort zone. Show a license, upload a scan, and you're in. AI breaks that assumption as well. It can generate hyper-realistic fake documents that pass quick visual checks and even some automated ones. And once any credential or fingerprint sample is captured, attackers can replay it endlessly. Legacy, static checks simply can't keep up. Traditional identity defenses work like a fixed wall. Rules are written once, then slowly updated. An AI adversary behaves more like a fast feedback loop. It launches an attack, observes what failed, then uses models to analyze defenses, generate variants, and immediately try again. Every login rule, KYC check, or fraud threshold becomes training data for the attacker. This asymmetry is why static, rule-only controls steadily lose ground in an AI-saturated environment. Modern identity defense is shifting from prove it once to keep proving it in different ways. At the center is an assured identity, continuously supported by multiple overlapping signals, secure hardware keys, intelligence about the device and network, behavioral patterns over time, and active liveness checks that confirm a real human is present. No single layer is perfect. The strength comes from how these layers combine, adapt, and keep monitoring risk continuously. Instead of endlessly chasing deepfakes, we flip the problem. Prove what's real from the moment something is created. When a photo, video, or document is captured, it gets a cryptographic signature plus rich metadata. That package is anchored to an immutable ledger, giving us a tamper-evident history of edits and custody. Platforms can then verify the chain before showing trusted badges or flagging content whose provenance is missing or broken. The core idea is balance. AI-driven threats will keep getting smarter, cheaper, and more automated. You can't win with a single technology choice or a one-time project. Instead, future-ready identity means three things working together: dynamic, provenance-based architectures that treat every interaction as potentially synthetic, governance and policy that can evolve as quickly as the attacks, and operating assumptions that bots and deepfakes are the default, not the exception.